What's up, everybody? NG here. Time for another fun arena in the world of Hearthstone, specifically the world of Hallow's End. This will be run number 2 for the special event where we do combined classes. The second deck is a Hunter combined with the Rogue Hero Power. Rogue Hero Power is supposed to be one of the very best for, well, just in general and for this week specifically. Hunter, I don't think it's that great, but this deck was rated decently. I think it got a 71 at Hearth Arena. The difference from the last deck, it obviously doesn't have the same crazy back end with all kinds of huge spells, but it has Rexxar, Death Knight, with its consecration effect and then ability to create perfect beasts in the end game if need be, and if I can draw it. And it does have Call the Wild, which should be great for finishing games. It does have a Scalebane, which I didn't have on the last deck, and resulted in, what, all 3 of my losses? 2 of my 3 losses were because of this card. So that's nice to have this time. But the other difference is more 2-drops and more 3-drops in this deck. Also have Unleash the Hounds, 2 of those, so possibly can surprise them with some AoE that you wouldn't expect from a Hunter class. And Rogue isn't the greatest AoE class either. Oh, and Explosive Shot is going to help with that. 2 Wasps to get down their big baddies along with the Deadly Shot. Oh, and a Venom Strike can help out with that. So not super high rated, but I think it's like a doable deck that could get some wins. So we'll try it out and see how it goes. Also have a Bowman for late game, which will bring back a Beast, which could be one of these super beasts. What else do we have beast-wise? Obviously, could get the 1/1 Hounds. This turtle is somehow not a beast. Highly fishy, if you ask me. Oh, it could bring back the big old bees. Or the cobra. That'd be nice. Or could give the 2/2 runt. Yeah, so some combo here. Some beast synergy. Spectral Pillager seems very bad, but sometimes you need a little bit of poke. Frozen Crusher doesn't seem that great, but I guess in Arena it's an okay choice. And we're playing during the day today in the hopes of finding some slightly easier competition. Everyone, when they first logged into Hearthstone today, was given a reminder that they should go to Arena and finish the run, because this special mode is only going to last for the remainder of this week that we're now in. So hopefully that will have some inexperienced players flooding into Arena here in the afternoon for me to clobber. And no, we get a 500 win Warlock to start.
Your soul shall be mine! Let the hunt begin!
Okay, so we have 1s and 2s and 3s. Let's just stick with this. He kept cards number 1 and number 3. Mr. Vinsmoke. He's a Warlock with a Paladin. Personally, I think he should have flipped those. Paladin has good early game cards and then falls off a bit, but I could put out one of my 2s. But it'd be nicer to get out the SI7 next turn and deal with whatever he puts out.
Happy Hallow's End. Wicked Hallow's End.
Or just the razor pedal. Alright. So, would we rather kill the 2/1 Or drop a 2/2 and get the 1 damage around for next turn. Let's just make the big play here.
Ha, this guy's toast.
If we did it the other way, that's 4 mana that we need, and we only have 3, so we'd have to use the coin and then put it on.
I suppose.
It's potentially a little awkward. Okay, here we don't quite have what we want because see, we get 1 damage here and we get 1 damage here, but it's too slow. Although what we could do is hero power. Yeah, that's the trick. We get the 1 damage here, then we get the 1 damage here.
Hey, lights out.
So this deck, I think, is pretty typical of a hunter in that it wants to control the board early. And then
What? They fell off the truck.
it has some control tools that a normal hunter deck doesn't have. So it's a little better for the late game. So I have 1, 2, and 3 using this, but that's not good enough.
I hunt alone.
Hey, lights out.
It'll come out when one of my minions is attacked. So it's, again, a way to try to control the board. Alright, this might be more worth a deadly shot. He would trade into my 2/2. Now that would put a 2/3 on the board. That would be able to kill
I
it.
wonder.
No, I think at this point it's good enough.
I hunt alone.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked there. I'd like him to put down some stuff that...
They bite.
Okay. I can do 2 damage to it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could kill this at the cost of trading in my whole board. Obviously, I don't want him to continue getting a bunch of extra value.
The gates are open. I hunt alone.
You can't really afford to just let that sit there and get one more random demon. Like, he has to find an answer for my 6/5. He's got it. Good for him, but this gives me an answer to his large minion. A small thing.
Taste blood. Reporting for duty.
Okay. So now I can use the consecration effect to good effect. And I would do that by getting this fella to 2, which I can easily do.
The eternal hunt has begun.
Now, I still have the board. I got some extra armor. Well, good answer. Good
Reporting
answer.
for duty. Why do you fall?
Okay.
I wonder. Eternal!
He has to take 5 damage if he wants to clear this. Which is fine by me. The thing I say is, I feel like I get really good opponents in my first match, as though there's some kind of MMR situation at play. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Okay with a lot of discarding. I can get through all his dudes. Okay, what could I do here? I could play 1, 2, 3, and then her. So I could do 3 damage and clear the other guy.
What do we have here?
There, that denies him some value. He has a board, but it's not like a board that's going to
Reporting for
zero health.
duty.
Delicious spider ichor.
Reporting for
Questionable.
duty.
Wow. Yep. I think that's how it's always going to start. And then beyond that, Banshee, Wasp, and then Banshee.
Which tracks to follow? Job done.
So he only gets to play one card. Because I've made him discard, what, 3, 4? Just 3. I would have made him discard 4, but he didn't have another card to discard.
So many possibilities. Reporting for duty.
Does he have big damage in hand beyond that? He needs a heal or a taunt, or to be able to do 10 damage with 1 card.
So many possibilities. I'm almost out of time.
What do you got, Vinsmoke? Let's see it.
I wonder. No glory.
If I must.
So, I don't know. I feel like that was too risky of him to run out the 3/6. That was going to be doing a bunch of discards. Yes, he did have 3 taunts in front of it. But even so, I had multiple ways to get around those taunts and make him discard cards, and then he had no value, and then he had nothing to do in his later turns. So his thought was, I'm Hunter, I won't have any AoE, so I'll just build a big board and end the game in 2 turns. And that's worth having 3 extra damage on the board to get there in 2 turns instead of 3 or 4. So I see where he's coming from, but I still think it was a little risky, and then it was obviously way too risky to switch that Stegosaurus over to a 6/2. Again, he'll have no AoE, he'll have no consecration effect, because he already used his consecration effect, and I want to kill him in 2 turns, because I don't have a lot of value. Especially at that time, I feel like I'd already made him discard twice, so he was all in on tempo. He's saying, I got to get everything out on the board, finishing this game quickly, I can't go long. He's got the value of the hero power that's going to be kicking in for him. So I certainly understand what he was trying there, but even so, leaving it up as a 2/6 feels way better way to protect everything else on your board.
Versus Malfurion.
Alright, facing off against Dash.
Let the hunt begin.
This deck in particular, I feel like I have enough 2 and 3 drops that I'm okay with sending back one that doesn't get me great value here in the early game. He won't be able to build that large of a board. Having a 4-drop would be nice, but I'm just going to stick with 1 3-drop and hope to get another 2, a 3, a 4. Dash only kept card number 2.
Happy Hallows End.
Look like he's got a great start.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
So the 2 to face isn't going to hurt me at all. I'd rather have this 2/5 out next turn.
Happy Hollow's End.
This goes against what I was just saying that hunters should always try to do, which is control the board. But he used his only card that he liked in the early game. And so denying him the hero power might mean he can do nothing at all next turn, in addition to having a good answer for his 2/2. And again, he can go to face with that instead, but he's just going to re-heal me back, so he won't have accomplished anything.
Let's start some trouble.
Other than taking this down to a 2/3. But I'm totally fine with that. Druid as first pick I think is fine. I'm not crazy about Shaman as second pick in this format. Yep. So denying him the hero power, he couldn't do anything at all. And now I get to make this trade.
It begins.
Totally negate everything he did earlier. Now, I really want to have a board for Cobalt to hit. That's my number one priority here. So that's why I'm going to play a 3/3 rather than a 2/2, even though I won't get his effect later.
Engaging TC-130. Mental dislocator.
Also, it sets me up to be able to actually get the value off the runt. Potentially. Nope. Totally fine with him using that in that position. Let's see what we get off the runt here.
It begins.
This allows me to clear out his totem, in addition to hitting something else.
The cold don't bother me, man.
I guess not. I feel like, obviously this would be awesome. But on the other hand, he has no way around the freezing trap. He has to know what's coming, but can he actually do anything about it?
I was right all along.
Wow. He wants to build up his Jays. Okay. This is nice. So this is 7 here. Let's do it this one.
Quickly.
It begins.
Job done. That worked out pretty well. Okay, so I can answer. Yeah, I think this is the play. Get out the Cobalt, guarantee he gets a good hit, plus then we get Venom Strike to deal with his next big minion.
It begins.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, also, it's going to send the Yeti back to his hand, because he's never gotten to attack yet. I wasn't even thinking about that in regards to the Validated Doomsday. I think I'd rather do it this way.
It begins.
Last chance. I move quickly.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
Okay. So he has a big value over me in terms of cards in
How
hand.
long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Really nice board here, and his health is starting to get a little low. Wow, I actually get the value here? That's crazy. Alright, so I can get... It'd be nice if I could do all three, which I can't quite do. But I can do them plus hero power. So I want to trade in one of these guys. And then fill the board. And then hero power.
Low.
Looking at me?
Well played.
Okay. So I did not realize that much damage on the board. I need to keep a better track of that. I mean, obviously I know it's going to take him very low, but I wasn't thinking exactly lethal there. But I was fine with leaving the 1/1 up anyways, so it wasn't like I was going to miss damage to face once I had the taunts cleared. Okay, so Unleash the Hounds has been good for me twice. But regardless, I just had enough control of the board that game that I was going to be in good shape toward the end, even though I don't have the highest late game cards, except for Call of the Wild. Yeah, I just feel like I was going to be able to be pretty confident there. Aside from him having a huge AoE. Which again, if he was mage, if one of the two were mage, I would feel not so confident about that. But Druid, Yeah, he could have made a bunch of 1/5 taunts, or he could have done 5 damage to something. But I'm fine with either of those things happening. And I have that because of a board advantage. Shaman does have some AoEs.
Rexa versus Jaina.
I think that was my best chance.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Alright, another golden hero. Don't have the coin here, so I don't have as much flexibility. So with that being the case, I think I need to hold on to the Patient Assassin. I need a play on turns 1 and 2. And even though he's mage, he doesn't have the pinging ability, so I might be able to attack in, kill something with this, like one of his totems, and then not immediately have it ping down. Aeolippy. Mage Shaman. He only kept card number 2, so it doesn't look like he has a great opening hand. Now the problem with this Venom Strike, it doesn't come into play until a minion is attacked. So I don't actually get it on the board if I use that as my 2-drop, with nothing else. Alright, timeout.